Hey guys, how's it going? So today we are going to play a little bit more of Techtonica. We are currently at, I believe, level 13, 14 actually, I think. And we are gonna go down deeper today. The previous time, the previous video, we went down to 13, correction 13. And we pretty much explored the entire place. Honestly, it was a very mediocre level, to be honest. And we put down a couple of pumps and that kind of stuff, pumped out all of the sand, just as we did on this level as well. This level is now completely pumped out to the bottom, as much as we can pump out. We did the same on this one. There's actually just one thing there that I need to go, but honestly it's gonna be nothing probably. And then while I wasn't recording, I just improved some of my assembly lines and moved some assembly lines around, deconstructed them on my level 2, where my main base is on level 2, and moved them to level 11, and I also moved some of them to level 1 actually. So in an effort to reduce the lag a little bit, because the lag is just getting worse and worse. Yeah, I did some of that, and then I also created a small assembly line on level 11, which is creating tier 6, I believe, drills. Yes, tier 6. So we are now at tier 6 drills. So I basically inserted about 250 tier 6 drills, and you can see they're now no longer usable. So now the only drill that we can use in the future is the tier 7 drill. I believe that will then be the final drill. You will not be able to get a better drill than that, or use another drill. So you can see that I created about 250, and then we drilled down to basically 200 and well, actually 300,000 meters. So I think previously we were at something like 60,000 meters or something like that. So now we are at 5 times that. We went from 60,000 meters to 300,000 meters, and that is where we are going to explore today, hopefully. So these are the levels that I had in my previous video. Then I inserted the drills, then we unlocked this one, which is laboratory, and then this one, which is mech. And then on this one, we're gonna get the excavator bit 7. You can see right there. So once we have that technology, then we will be able to go deeper. But for right now, the deepest that we can go is 15. So today we are going to be exploring 14, and then perhaps, depending how big 14 is, we will also go to 15 today. But usually a lot of these levels take hours and hours. Like this PT Sierra, I spent probably 10 hours on before I actually moved on to level 13. So we will basically just be seeing today how far we can get, but it's exciting that there's still at least 3 levels remaining. At least 3 levels. We will see if we insert the tier 7 drill, if we will get anything past 16, but that's currently the amount that we have available. So yeah, oh, and I also did refine a little bit of gold ore from the sand. You actually or not from the sand, from the scrap ore, that we have over here. You basically refine the scrap ore into gold ore. So I've been doing a little bit of that as well. So we now have gold ore, and I also crafted some tier 2 planters. So we need 5 tier 2 planters and then 20 gold ore to move to the next technology level. So that is what we are going to do now, and then we can get to the next technology level, and obviously that will unlock a whole bunch of new stuff, hopefully some exciting stuff as well. And then, yeah, as I always say at the beginning of these videos, the developers were nice enough to send me a code for the game, and they also gave me early access to the 1.0 version of the game, which is releasing on the 7th November, I believe. So thanks a lot to the developers for doing that. So yeah, let's jump in. So basically, I haven't gone past level 13, which we ended at in my previous video. I haven't made any additional story content. I haven't unlocked any additional story content. I haven't done any additional story content. We for all intents and purposes stopped at the exact same place where we ended in the previous video. We are continuing from today, so you guys didn't miss any story content or any level exploration or anything like that. I literally just moved a couple of my assembly lines around, and as you can see over there, I put in a couple new accumulators as well. I put down about 400 accumulators on this level. So because this level and level 14 can't really well, it can generate its own electricity, but it's much more difficult to generate electricity on these levels, so that the accumulators are really quite more important on this level as on any of the previous levels. So that's basically all that I did. So next we need 200 gold ingots, which I can actually do. I can do that. And then 200 sesamite ingots, which I don't have access yet to, I believe.
Terminal upgraded. Extreme research core technologies available.
Okay, let's have a look. The lag is actually significant. I don't want to stand on this level. Let's go to the next level, and then we will unlock the new technologies that we have. I just need to remember to spin this thing every hour or so. The lag isn't so bad on level 13. I think the lag is bad on that level because I have so many accumulators. I literally have like 400 to 500 accumulators on that level. On this level, the lag is much better. And I just have like, I don't know, maybe 200 or so accumulators on this level. You can see that their current capacity is 45 giga whatever that is, gigajoules maybe, I'm not sure. But yeah, I have like in total probably close to 700 or 800 accumulators on this level and the previous level. So on this level we now have dug down as far as we can go. We just have we have 2 pumps, I believe, on this level. Let me just go make sure quickly. I believe we have 2 pumps actively running on this level, but we already reached the bottom. Yeah, you can see there, sand remaining 0. On this one also, sand remaining 0. So the 2 of these are still busy pumping. I can actually remove one of them. Now that I think of it, I should be able to remove one of them. Then the dig speed should still be 3000. So let's remove one. No, it's actually going up now. Oh yeah, that's not ideal. I just want to see the level Okay, so yeah, it's generating sand. Hopefully I can put that one back where it was, because placing these pumps are not easy. Why is the placement invalid? It should be able to literally be there or there. I don't understand why the placement is invalid. Oh, the amount of lag is insane over here. For some reason the lag just like shot up. It's really stupid. Why can't I place it? There's something that's blocking it from being placed exactly where it was. And I mean, logically speaking, you should be able to place it exactly where it was. But let's just quickly see if I can put it back where it was. Yes, lag. The game lags a lot when you dig due to that spinning animation that you get for the rocks that have been removed. The developers have previously said that they have been working on the lag of the game and the performance of the game, but seriously, this late in the game, the lag is quite unbearable. And it's not graphical lag, it's not processor lag. My GPU and CPU are literally idling at like 30% usage. It just comes down to the game logic not being as optimized as it can possibly be. So the game is lagging. It's not like graphical lag or anything like that. Yeah, this bastard doesn't want to go back where it was. It's really irritating, and the problem now is we are slowly going backwards now, which will become an issue. So you can see this is the lowest point on this level. It's literally bedrock. So there's still sand remaining, but it's bedrock. Like literally over there I dug down to the bedrock. The bedrock is literally just here. And now the fucking issue is I will have to place a pump here. If we don't want to go backwards, we will have to place a pump. Why doesn't the pump even want to be placed here? I'm not understanding why the pump doesn't even want to be placed. Or does it have to be placed on sand? Is that what you're telling me? Because that would be really stupid, because it was placed here previously on this location. But now I'm thinking you might have to place it on sand, which is an issue because I don't have sand access here. Like on this level, literally you can see the sand is below the bedrock level. So nowhere on this map will I be able to get the sand level. So anyway, we will leave it as is for right now. The fucking sand is gonna come back, but it comes back very, very slowly, and then once the sand is back, then I can place my pump, because I'm pretty sure you can't place the pump due to there not being any sand to place it on top of, which is a little bit of an oversight by the developers. You should really be able to place the pump anywhere you want to, but anyway. Okay, let's go down there. It looks like, yes, down there, and then just see what that marker wants us to find. Is it over here or is it over here? Where exactly? Okay, so it's down there, so it won't be here. 90% sure I have been down here. Okay, well, I haven't been in here yet. This was covered up with sand.
This looks like some kind of archive. Probably where Mirage socked away the best stuff she found at the dig sites.
A seemingly random collection. Without an ability to read the runes, she had no idea what she was doing.
But it's so well organized.
A surprisingly common trait of officers who have no idea what they are doing.
I can detect a keycard on the desk in that office, sir. But it seems like Mirage locked this door personally. Any chance you can do that Zeta 17 trick of yours to open it?
No. It seems the Major kept this door locked with a cipher from before she was demoted. My override would have no effect.
So what do we do then? We have to get through here.
Task inbound. Illegal override. Sparks. Approach the door.
That distortion. You saved us from the freight elevator crash. Who are you?
Identity undisclosed. Multiple incidents. Things fell apart. Distance from your current position exceeds prospect of rescue versus greater priorities.
I'm not sure what our ability to rescue whoever this is has to do with a refusal to identify themselves.
I do. I know who this is.
You do not know. Data indicates a request for you to remember them only as they existed previously. Rationale undisclosed.
Yeah. That sounds like them too. Both of us, actually.
Sergeant.
I was wrong, sir. I don't know who that is. But I know we can trust them.
You can. Always. Initiating override.
This godforsaken alien language has reduced every translation algorithm we have to a state of insanity. The more glyphs I feed into it, the more gibberish it returns. But I digress. The silver lining of this endeavor has been another discovery entirely. A substance found throughout the sands and vegetation of Sector Sierra, which I have named sesamite. Sesamite possesses an untapped potential that our initial scans of the area would not have detected, and I am fortunate it did not. Pacific would have never given me the sector for myself and my drones if it was. I'm going to send an insignificant amount of it to my colleagues in Sector Victor to keep them at bay, though without any of my findings attached. I'm certain they will see nothing in it. They never fail to disappoint. As for the rest of it, I will divert it to my own laboratory and continue to have more of it brought in by my mechanical assistants. It is the only way this work will be completed, instead of mired in mediocrity.
There seems to be an access code here, sir. Likely for the private lab she mentioned.
With any fortune, that will be precisely where we find her. As you were, Groundbreaker.
Okay, so we haven't been here yet either, this chamber with all of the crushers. But yeah, it seems pretty empty otherwise than the crushers. Don't see anything else worthwhile. Can do a scan just to see if there's any other upgrades in the area. So there's no more fragments on the level. There's no more upgrades on the level. And then crates, there might... Yeah, there's no more crates on the level. So this level is completed. There's nothing more for me to scan. Well, no more upgrades or fragments or anything like that for me to scan. Let's just have a look over here. Yeah, here I was previously over here. This is a fair amount of coal, but I have a sneaking suspicion that we will find far more on the next levels. I'm not gonna bother with setting up a mining operation over here, basically. And then there's a hole over here I just want to check out. Literally over here. Am I missing it or what? This is it fully enclosed? Oh no, the access is over here. It's a little bit hidden away, it looks like. But yeah, there's probably nothing here, really. There's a little bit of scrap over here. But yeah, I don't really need any of that. So that's fine. We are now officially done with this level. And we can move on to the next level. I just want to check my fuel levels over here. I think my fuel levels should still be fine. Yes, 100 and something thousand. That should last many moons. That is already being transferred. Yeah. So we can move on to the next level, laboratory. Emergency scan detects traces of unregistered goods. Don't know what that would mean.
Facilities and submerged technologies detected. Concurrent complications of elevator excavation and sand removal continue to increase.
I'm sure it continues to increase because all of these levels are filled with sand. So let me just check out my technology that we have unlocked now. So less power usage and then increased accumulator capacity. Okay, that's all that we unlocked right now. We need to scan more stuff to unlock these other ones. Nothing new there, nothing new there. Over here, so that's the sesamite ingot that we need to create. So you take 12 sesamite crystals to make the ingots. So we need to do that in order to unlock the next level of technology. Through smelting, it seems like. I don't believe I have any sesamite crystals yet, but I can definitely craft some. So we just need to do that. Sesamite stems. Oh, I actually also need the green orbs. We need to get some more green orbs. I do have a lot of them. And then over here we have the tier 7 excavator bit, which we definitely will want to use. And then over here we have the next level, so that is gold ingot and sesamite ingot. Holy hell, that's very expensive to create those orbs. Sesamite mutation enables the production of various ingots and useful materials via the unstable molecular structure of sesamite ingots. So sesamite ingots can be made into atlantum ingots, steel ingots, iron ingots, and copper ingots. Interesting. Even though I have plenty of all of those. Okay. Let's quickly go back and grab, how much do we actually need? I mean, we're probably gonna need like maybe 2,000 or so green ones. Let me just see, that's 200, 500, 1,000, 1,200. So we can do 1,500 just to be certain. So let's go over here quickly and just grab a bunch of orbs. So if we want to start production on the yellow orbs, then yeah, we first need to sort out our production of sesamite ingots and gold ingots. Currently I don't have a production line for that set up. Oh, the orbs are actually at the bottom as far as I can remember. So let's go down here. The lag on this level has also gotten really bad. So yeah, that should be fine. So we have 18,000 orbs over here and 8,000 orbs over here. That should be plenty enough to craft the yellow orbs that we require. I did do some of my orb storage over here. I just want to check if they're actually filled up by now. I don't think they're completely 100% filled up. Lag on this level is not too terrible. 2000, 2000. That looks like 2000, and that's definitely not 2000. So we should be able to put all of the orbs over here. So on this level I set up a, while I was not recording, I set up a production line for sesamite plants. Basically sesamite plants. You can see it maybe there in the distance. I'm not going to go all the way over there, but I set up a bunch of planters with sesamite plants. As I said actually at the end of my previous video, I want to put a sesamite, well, not a sesamite planter place, but just a general planter place over here. That is exactly what I did. So we now have a bunch of MK2 planters over here. And like I said, I want to spread out all of the different assembly lines on the different levels, because clearly, as I've noticed, if you have too much stuff on one level, the game becomes borderline unplayable with the amount of lag that you encounter. So you really need to spread your assembly lines and buildings out on purpose, because it just makes the game unplayable if you build too much stuff on a single level. I just want to collect some coolant over here. You can see it looks like we're bloody screenshotting, and it's just the lag from the game's engine. Oh, this place is actually not running anymore. We need to fix that. It's just the lag from the game engine. It's not lag from my computer not being able to keep up with the graphics. It's literally the game engine. Because, I mean, you can understand in a game like this, or Satisfactory, or anything like that, there's constantly a lot of calculations and stuff that needs to be done, you know, of keeping track of all of the production that's happening and all of that kind of stuff. And yeah, it just takes a toll on the game's logic due to all of the calculations that it has to do. And it's not even bound to the CPU. My CPU is literally idling at 40% usage. My GPU as well. In fact, my GPU is idling at 30% usage. So it's not bound to the CPU or the GPU. It's just bound to the logic of the game. The logic of the game needs to be improved, I think. But hopefully we should be able to reach the end of the game without the lag becoming too terrible. You can already see on this level the lag is much less. It's still not the way it should be. You know, it's still not smooth because this game still has to do the calculations. It's just not having to do it on this level. So it kind of does it in the background almost. Let's check out. Okay, so we have 1,600 green orbs now. So we are gonna do that one. Okay, that's all for now. Now we need to create the yellow orbs, but we are not going to be able to do the yellow orbs until we get a nice amount of sand. Currently, we actually don't have enough sand. Like, you actually need a lot of sand to do sesamite production. Now, even on this level, the lag is pretty bloody bad. So we can just place pumps anywhere here, basically. Obviously, we want to find the best place to put them. Like you can see over here, literally here is a column of like a fissure in the ground. So we should be able to get some good depth over there. So usually what I obviously do is we place a couple of pumps randomly and then we see where's the best depth. Okay, let's see. So 40,000, 40,000, 35, 42. That still seems very little. 96,000, 18,000, 10,000, 10,000. 10,000, 10,000, 10, 9, 10. So that one is basically 100,000. Let's see if there's not a better place, because by placing them as deep as you possibly can, you save yourself the effort of having to relocate your entire setup later down the line. The deepest one that I've been able to place so far on the previous levels was like 150,000. So already 100,000, like that one that we have over there, is kind of acceptable. If you don't find anything deeper than that, then it's fine. I will take 100,000. Just I want to get as deep as possible. That's what he said. We can also mine a little bit of plant matter over here. Plant matter bricks. Okay, let's see. 30,000. 30. 20. 10. 20. 40. Ah, 110. That's the best one so far. 30. 20. 40. So that one over there is like 90, I think it was 95. This one is 110. So that's pretty good. You can see it goes down very, very far. I mean, 110 is okay. That's better than 95. Let's just do a couple more tests. If I can get 130, I will be happy. I will take 130. Okay, 40, 10, 40. 100, 40, 40, 30, 40. Yeah, so it seems basically the best we will be able to do is this one over here, which is 110. Forty, 40, 40, 40, 40, 40, 30, 40, 30, 30, 110, 110, 40. Okay, so over here is the best. 2 will not really be enough. We definitely want more than 2. 4 will be nice, if you can get 4. Okay, 40, 40, 40, 40, 40, 40. Okay, so unfortunately, these two are positioned perfectly to get deep into the hull, wherever this hull is. It looks like the hull goes down over there. So we might be able to get 3 in there, maybe. But honestly, probably not. I mean, we can try. The refill rate on this level is 5,000, which is actually significant. So let's try to get 3. If you can get 3, that will be acceptable. Okay, 40, 40, 110, 110, 40. Okay, let's see if we can place it over here on this side. No, stop snapping, please. Don't snap. Ah, 110, 110. That's fantastic. So we can get 4 of them. 4 of them. I'm happy with 4. That will be good. So then these will dig down to 110. Yeah, that's fine. That's totally fine. Just create a nice platform over here. Okay, then we put down the fuel container, basically, where we're gonna put in all of our fuel. Then we put down the inputs. So input. Where's the holes? It's difficult to see. There we go. Input and input. Once we get this done, we can then explore a little bit. Okay, now we got that other glitch again. Okay, so we got the glitch where we can't change the variant. So in order to fix that glitch, we have to go back to the main menu and go in again. Obviously, due to the fact that this is not yet released, it's still like early access build of the 1.0 content of the game, there are still some glitches, but fortunately it doesn't... I haven't found any game-breaking glitches yet, fortunately. Like this glitch where you can't change the variant is very easily fixed. You just need to restart the game, essentially, or go back to the main menu at least. Then you can change the variant again. Oh, that's a up. I actually need it to be a down. Let's make it a down 9. Down 9. Down 9 and down 9. Then we connect all of them. Oh, and we need an up over here. So this will be an up 9. Damn it. Okay, that's good. I don't believe I have a lot of fuel with me currently. Oh, I actually do. Okay, that's fine. And then we need power, so we need to connect this to the thing over there. Okay, there we go. We have power now. Then we need to put a buffer over here. The sand we're going to send to 11. So we change these to 11. And then we basically need to connect all of these to the outputs. So that will be an up 5, okay? Oh, this one is one higher. Okay, that's an issue. I didn't notice that this one was one higher. That's the output. That's the output. Output and output. So that's an up 5. Okay, that one is connected, this one is connected. This will be an up 4. This one is an up 5. And we are happy. Why does it show dig speed 3.8? Why does it show that? That one has fuel. That one has fuel. That one has fuel. That one has fuel. So why exactly is it showing dig speed 900? Why? I don't understand. Why am I only getting 900 dig speed from these when I should be getting 3000 dig speed from these? This is the first time that I'm seeing that the dig speed has been reduced. Perhaps it's something to do with a level? Like maybe that's just how this level is. Maybe the dig speed is simply reduced on this level, because it's very strange that the dig speed is 900 instead of 3000, which it has been on all of the previous levels. So that's unfortunate. That means we're gonna need to place probably another 4 pumps before we start making progress. So we're gonna have to find another place to put these. Well, not these, just different ones. So there was another location over there, I believe that was like 110,000, and then obviously this other pump over here, which I've already placed, that one is also at 110,000, I believe. So we will have to do that, but I need to go get fuel first. Let's just see the layout of this level. I don't really see any structures. I don't even see any chests. Like normally you can see chests, like obviously there's some ore over there, but I don't even see any chests or anything like that. There will obviously be some chests, I believe. So if we do a scan, for instance, okay, there's no fragments on this level. There are some upgrades on the level, and there's no crates on the level. So okay, interesting. Okay, so our sand is actually, we're getting 400 sand per minute, which is a lot more than what we were able to get previously, which is good. I probably shouldn't be complaining about the fact that we're gonna get a lot of bloody sand out of this level. I need a lot more fuel, so we can go get some more fuel. I just need to keep an eye on the time. We should actually reset the power over here, because we have to do it about every hour or so. You can see the lag on this level is significantly worse than the other level. So this one is basically filled 110,000. Actually too much, but anyway, I'm not gonna remove it from here and take it over to another place. I'll just leave it there. Okay, then PT Victor, we need a lot of fuel, basically another 100,000 or so. Fortunately, as we saw in the previous video, my fuel production has increased by 500%. So we are getting a lot more fuel now than previously. The lag on this level is the worst that we can see on any of the different levels. This is literally the worst level. And if you compare it to the lag which we had probably like three videos ago, basically 3 play sessions ago, then you can see that there is a marked difference between the amount of lag, just because we've been building more and more and more stuff, which you can't avoid. You know, it's a game about automation. You can't avoid building. But yeah, there is a marked difference between the lag that we have now and the lag that we had. Okay, so I have all of the fuel that I can have currently. I actually want to go deposit my limestone, but I'm not even gonna do that right now. I will just deposit the limestone in here, because I'm too lazy to walk over to the place where we are supposed to deposit the limestone. So we'll just deposit that. I actually want to get rid of this as well, because it's unnecessary. There's another thing which I need to do. I need to automate my sesamite seeds, because currently my sesamite seeds are not automated. Usually what I do for my sesamite seeds is I just deposit a bunch of sand into my sesamite seed assembly line. That's not 100% efficient. So my sesamite sand over here, we're also going to have to increase this, because we're not getting enough sand currently. So we are gonna do this. Go. Now we are getting double the amount of sesamite sand over here. Lag on this level is also very bad because I built a lot, and this is also the place where I put all of my power generation basically. So that's obviously going to contribute to the amount of lag. Okay, so this line over here, we just need to reconnect it. I remember I disconnected it at one stage. So we just need to reconnect it. Just like that. And then this is my sesamite production. Basically these are sesamite seeds, but well, it's not sesamite seeds, it's the sesamite plant, and then the sesamite plant using sand is transformed into a sesamite seed and some sesamite powder, and then some sesamite stems. So this is basically like the process of threshing. Like you thresh these, and then you get the blue seeds and the orange seeds, except you can't just thresh these. You put these into a thresher and nothing happens. So you have to put it into the crusher with a bunch of sand. So that is how you get the sesamite seeds. So it's a little bit of a more complicated process than simply threshing the blue seeds or the yellow seeds, but that's life. That's how this process goes. So I set up 4 crushers over here to process those, and then the resultant stuff goes in here. So we are getting sesamite stems, which I haven't used yet, and then we are getting sesamite powder. I have a lot of sesamite powder, So I don't really need more sesamite powder. And then over here I'm getting my gold from, which we are using the shiverthorn coolant stuff over here, or the shiverthorn extract, combined with the scrap ore. Then we are getting gold ore, steel slabs, and atlantum slabs. So this is the only way currently that I know of to get gold ore. Holy hell, the lag is bad on this level. I can't even move forward. I think the game is going to autosave now, probably, because usually when the game autosaves, that's when your lag becomes really bad. So there's all of my golds, my ore scrap, and we're once again processing it inside the crushers. So through the crushers, it mixes the ore, the scrap ore, with the blue shiverthorn extract, and then you get the gold ore out of it. Lag is hilarious on this level. Okay, so I have some more fuel now. Because this setup over here with just these pumps is consuming 100, basically 110 fuel per minute. So it actually consumes quite a lot of fuel. So we need to keep this mother stacked with fuel constantly. So that will last 10 minutes to 100, 400 minutes. If I'm not incorrect, that will last 400 minutes, I believe. That's not bad. That's a couple of hours of fuel, but we are now going to add more pumps. So that 4 hours of fuel will very quickly become like 2 hours of fuel if we add more pumps, which is exactly what we are going to do. So I don't see anything of interest anywhere. Like, it honestly is a level where you're gonna need to dig down in order to find anything, I think. Now that digging is a little bit too big. Let's switch to this digging. I just basically want to collect these plant matter bricks from the roots that come out of the ceiling. Ah, there's some kindle vine over here. Kindle vine. Okay, so let's see about perhaps we need like literally 4 more pumps. At least 4 more pumps. Okay, this one doesn't want to go next to that other one, clearly. Okay, 30,000, 102, 12, 15, 96, that's acceptable. Okay, so these are not bad. Did I build one here? I'm not sure. Let's just double check. Okay, 101. Okay, so 96, 102, 101, 102. So that's acceptable. I can live with those 4. 4 is the minimum amount that I need to be able to reduce the amount of sand that we have, or the level of sand that we have. Okay, there we go. All of them now have access to power. Now we need to set down the fuel. We're gonna bring the fuel over from here, because I don't like having multiple different things that I need to take care of. So we're just gonna use this one. Basically, we can bring it over from here. We just work out 100. Yeah, that will be fine. 100 is fine. Bloody hell, the switching bug is present again, so we have to restart again. I hate it. So that one is gonna go down there. Okay, so let's save, reload again. You can see I have 144 hours on this single playthrough. And yeah, it seems the more you build, the more lag there is, unfortunately. That's something that I cannot say of Satisfactory. Like, Satisfactory, the lag does become more, but honestly, like, I've almost finished Satisfactory, and I haven't experienced lag like this in Satisfactory. Obviously, Satisfactory, I believe, is a much bigger team than this team, the studio, so that should also be taken into consideration. But yeah, two games that work on the same principle, but the one is clearly not as optimized, I would say. But obviously, again, as I said, this is not the final release product. We will see if the devs are able to fix the lag by the time that the game releases in a couple of weeks. Okay, so we place inserter, inserter, inserter. There we go, now all of these are running. And then, once again, we need output. It was, I think, 5? Was it 5? 6? I think it's 5. The height. No, it was 6. But anyway, we can just adjust it a little bit. And then this one should be a junction. There we go. So now we have a total of 800 sand per minute coming in here. It's very nice, and the level of the sand should now be going down. Actually, it goes down slowly, but it should actually be going down. On the previous levels we were able to make the sand level go down with a maximum of 3 pumps, and on this level we need a minimum of 8 to make it go down. You can see there we have 8, and the actual dig speed is 6,300, but that is fighting against a refill speed of 5,000. So actually the real dig speed currently is 1,300, which is quite slow. That's not very fast, but the sand is going down. So that will take to dig the entire 109,000 sand remaining. It will take like 100 minutes to dig. So 100 minutes, you can be happy with 100 minutes. You know, you can just stay satisfied with the 100 minutes, or you can build additional pumps to increase that digging speed, which honestly I'm pretty happy with that. You know, 100 minutes is a little bit more than an hour, and then we will be at the bottom. So I'm relatively happy with that, and in the meanwhile we're going to collect a lot of sand, so that's also good. The faster you dig, the less sand you get, basically. So I'm happy with not digging extremely quickly, you know. If it takes us 100 minutes to get to the bottom, that just means we are gonna get quite a bit of sand in the meanwhile, because we're getting 800 sand per minute. So I'm pretty happy with that. And like I said, I don't think this level actually has anything for us to explore until we dig through the sand. This is one of those levels where you really have to dig through the sand before you find any of the lower things. On the previous levels you were able to find some stuff without even digging, but clearly this level is different. But we can go on to the next level. I don't have an issue with going to the next level right now. We can do that, and then by the time that we are perhaps done with the next level, then we will have made some progress on the laboratory level. So let's go down.
Warning, this area is restricted. All operations are monitored directly by Command Group Pacific.
So on this one we are once again going to have to set up pumps to dig. Is this one closed? Okay, so this one is closed, and I don't see a way to open it. Some doors in the game you cannot open until you trigger a story event. And then over here, I'm probably gonna get blocked by sand. You can see there, all the way down there, there's something, but obviously we will need to dig through the sand in order to access that. Yeah, this seems like another level where there's not really anything to do except that one over there without digging. So we're gonna have to start digging over here as well. Which means, yeah, we're gonna need quite a bit of fuel as well. So let's do our exploratory placement of the sand pumps. I only have 6 sand pumps left. I could create more. I don't really want to. And let's see. 80,106, that's nice. 80,000, 75, 180, holy shit, that's the most ever. $105. The refill rate on this level is only 3,000, so the refill rate on this level is 2,000 less than on the previous level, which means it will be easier to dig on this level. Okay, 180,000. Holy crapola. Let's see how many we can get with the 180,000. The lag on this level is a lot, despite me not even having built anything yet. 180, 90, 180, 100, 180. So there's a 180 line over here, it looks like. $186, 100, 100. $75, 75. $70. 70. So this one is in 186 for some reason. The ones around it are not. Five. We just need one more. $188. Okay. So we've got 6 pumps that go down to 180, which is massive. That's surprising. That's the deepest that we've been able to go so far. Okay, so we're gonna set up the same platform system as we did previously, basically.
Sand elevation diminished. Local signal deciphered. Report to production terminal radio for triangulation.
Okay, that's probably on the previous level. don't know where else it could be. So I just want to set these up and then go get some fuel so that they can start digging. Okay, all of them are now connected with power. So then we need the fuel intakes. These are all basically on different levels, so the levels on these ones are gonna be a fuck up, basically. Not gonna be able to keep it level, but that's not the end of the world. And make the input on the right side. Okay, I will finish this when we get enough fuel. I don't want to even start this one up without enough fuel, because these ones are gonna consume about 180 fuel per minute. So I need to make sure that my current fuel production exceeds that amount, combined with all of my other ones as well, obviously. Okay, let's go check out what this radio is saying over here. This place is being maintained by just a single pump. I just have a single pump running on this place, and the sand level is actually being maintained.
Signal triangulated. New location added to HUD. 40 thieves.
So that's on laboratory. So apparently we unearthed something, even though we haven't dug very deep at all, because we're only digging at 1,300 per minute. But yeah, you can see that the level has gone down by quite a bit, actually.
This place looks like the science facility in Victor, but smaller, and filled with all sorts of projects I've never seen before.
I believe this was Mirage's private laboratory. She claimed that solitude was a prerequisite for her best work. We should have known it was for little more than concealing discoveries from the rest of us.
Well, she can't hide anything from us now. Let's see if we can find any clues that'll lead us to her.
Basnasite, monazite, laterite. These and hundreds of other diminishing resources on Earth we journeyed to Calyx for. What if all of them were replaceable with a single perfect omni-material? A substance easily manipulated into anything we required and infinitely reproducible with time and effort. Sesamite is all of these things, and yet, to even a sophisticated observer, it initially appears to be worthless. The inherent molecular flexibility of it is recognizable at the atomic level, but activating that capability has resisted every methodology at my disposal. But if it is too perfect to have been put here unintentionally, the difficulty of unlocking it must be intentional as well. What if Calyx is a trial? I propose this only because I have read classified reports of a sergeant who stumbled across some kind of alien temple and a strange phenomenon that occurred there. It may be little more than my own exhaustion, but what if the key to unlocking Sesamite can be found at that temple too? Perhaps it is time to tell Pacific that I have found the miracle we were looking for.
So that's weird. I scanned this one, this upgrade, but I didn't get anything. That's literally the first time in the entire game that has happened, where you scan an upgrade, nothing happens. I also heard a noise. I don't know if that is actually something or... Not seeing anything new. But anyway, we unlocked a little bit more of the lore, and then also 2 power upgrades, electricity upgrades basically. So this place is still going. I actually need to increase the input over here. Input is not fast enough currently. We're actually getting a nice amount of sand here. I should take this sand and then transport it to the other level just to increase, to give us a little bit of a boost. The sand. These ones over here are still running. You can see the seeds coming out every now and then. That's a good sign. So yeah, the seeds, as I already explained, are getting crushed. Basically, you crush sesamite with 80 sand. So it's 80 sand and then 1 sesamite. And then you get a sesamite seed. And then that sesamite seed goes back to the planters. So I have a couple of tier 2 planters over here. I will show you guys. Since, as I said, I did this while not recording, while just moving stuff around and creating the gold and those kinds of things that we needed to level up our technologies. So what I should actually do once we actually get enough sand... Oh, by the way, we need more green balls as well. I need to bring more green balls over here. What we should do once we have enough sand, like once we have way more sand than what we actually require, then I can ramp up my seed production over here, and basically my entire setup over here, because all of these planters are available, but they don't have seeds filling them because I can't work through the seeds fast enough. I actually have around, I would say, 250 seeds, you know, like these ones, 250, but each seed takes 80 sand, and these plants grow. I believe it's something like 2 minutes. I believe, yes, 2 minutes. So one seed takes 2 minutes, and then there's about a minute of travel time to level 11 and back to back from level 11. So you can say that one seed basically takes 3 minutes to grow and move to the next place and back. So that means that for one seed you need 80 sand every 3 minutes, and considering that I have about 250 seeds currently, so that's 250 times 80 sand, so that's 20,000 sand that you need every 3 minutes, which is insane. 20,000 sand per 3 minutes just to sustain 250 seeds. And currently my total overall sand production on all of the levels is, I would say, maybe 1,100 or 1,200. So I need to increase that. Basically that would equal about 3,000 sand per 3 minutes. So I need to go from 3,000 sand per 3 minutes to 20,000 sand per 3 minutes. So that gives you a scale, idea of the scale of the issue that we are facing with regards to sesamite sand. So without a huge amount of sesamite sand, like 20,000 per minute, you can't really create a massive amount of sesamite ingots, because everything is dependent on sesamite sand. And as far as I know, the only way to get sesamite sand is through mining it on those levels over there, like level 13, 14, 15, those levels. You can do some weird stuff, like taking sand and sesamite powder to make sesamite sand, but the amount is ridiculous. Like, look at that, you only get 4 sesamite sand. So that means you're gonna consume, if we take the 20,000 per 3 minutes, you're gonna consume about 15,000 sand and 15,000 sesamite powder per 3 minutes to make 20,000 sesamite sand, and that is absolutely insane. So this is not a good recipe at all. And yeah, otherwise than that, I don't know really of any way to make sesamite sand. So yeah, the sesamite sand is an issue, but basically what you can do is just be okay, be happy with the slow amount of progress. Like growing a couple of trees every minute, that's okay, that's life. It's just something we have to deal with. We can't increase our production because we don't have enough sand. So in order to get those 200 sesamite ingots, for instance, is gonna take just a lot of waiting. You're just gonna have to wait a considerable amount. I actually want to replace all of this floor with my other floor, because I don't like this floor. I have a sneaking suspicion that this floor is creating a lot of lag. Oh, we don't want to do that. I have a sneaking suspicion this floor is creating lag due to the light that is emanating from this this tile. So what I want to do is replace it with something that doesn't emanate light. I might be wrong, but I think it is creating lag. So we're just gonna remove these. There I get some lag, probably due to autosave that's coming up. Because holy balls, I have a lot of lag now. Come on, just chill. The lag is gone for the most part. So what I'm gonna do is replace all of these with the other tiles, these ones over here, that don't have the light emanating from them. And I think that will help us with less lag, like graphical processing. The graphical processing for these tiles are less than for these other shiny tiles, basically. Okay, there we go, we are connected again. The little things like that where you can perhaps improve the or reduce the strain on the game by using floors that don't shine as much is just something that you have to do, to be honest. You can see now the lag seems to be less. There's still lag obviously, but it seems to be less. So I want to eventually replace all of the floors with these types of floors as well. By the way, I think we just need to go back to that other place and replace crank our generator again. I also want to bring more green ones over here, even though I think they might be almost filled up. These are definitely filled up with 2000. And then this one is, yeah, 2000. And then this one still has about 500 left that we can put in there. And then I'm gonna have to find another place to put another one of those. I don't want to put more in this place because this place is already a little bit laggy. So let's go over here and then get about, let's say, 1,500 balls maybe, or 1,000. But yeah, guys, honestly, I feel a little bit bad with the amount of lag that we have. Like, honestly, I think it would be better to just put this game on the back burner for right now until the developers are able to improve the optimization of the game and just reduce the lag, because it is literally just the optimization of the game and the code, the back-end code and the calculations and all of those kinds of things that is making the game lag as much. If I can show you over here quickly, in case you guys don't believe me, but hopefully by this time you guys know that I'm not a bullshitter. So if we look over here at my MSI Afterburner, you can see that even though the game is lagging like a motherfucker, my GPU usage is constantly around 25-26%. So my GPU is literally idling. It's not being used hardly at all. My power as well to the GPU is 80 watts, which is absolutely nothing. This GPU can go up to 320 watts. So it's literally idling at around 20-30%, which is evident that the game is not pulling hardly any power. It's not putting any strain on the GPU hardly at all. And then my CPU is working a little bit harder, but still you can see 30%, 35%. So my CPU and my GPU both are literally idling at 20 to 35%. And I'm also recording. You need to remember that as well. My OBS is recording, and I'm rendering the game and the footage and all of that kind of stuff. And my PC is still literally idling at 20 to 30%. So all of the lag you're seeing is game code related. So the developers need to work on optimizing the game code and making it so that the game doesn't need to do as many calculations, or at least kind of reduce the calculations or optimize the calculations. I don't know what they need to do. I'm not a game developer, but clearly the problem is not, the lag problem is not related to graphical processing or even CPU processing, because my CPU is literally idling. It is related to the game code, and the developers just need to figure out how they are going to reduce the amount of lag that the game has with regards to the processing of all of the different elements and those kinds of things. On levels like this, where it's graphically impressive, but I haven't built anything, you can see that the game runs smoother. So it definitely has an effect. The amount of building that you've done on a particular level definitely has an impact on your game. So that's why I try to split the amount of buildings that I have on particular levels as much as possible, because if you have less buildings on that level, then that means you are gonna have less lag. We can do, yeah, we can do 1 year probably, actually a couple we can do year. So yeah, basically, long story short, I think I'm going to call it a day for right now. And even though I do enjoy the game very, very much, I just think the game needs to be optimized before we continue trying to unlock more of the game's story and that kind of stuff, you know, because I do want to find out what is happening with regards to everything, you know, the story behind Mirage and all of those kinds of things. And I just think we need to, in order to fully appreciate the game, we are doing a little bit of a disservice to ourselves currently by playing the game while we are lagging as much as what we are, you know. So yeah, I think even though I want to play more of the game, I think we are going to stop playing the game for a while, probably closer to the release date, because obviously, as I already said, the game currently is like 2 weeks away from being released, a little bit more actually. So I'm playing a build that isn't final, isn't complete. So the developers still have about 2 weeks to optimize the game and improve the game code, hopefully. Hopefully the developers can figure out what they can do to do that, to get the performance improved dramatically. I mean, they need to improve the performance not just by 100%, you know, not just reduce the amount of lag that we currently have by by 50%. They need to reduce the lag that we currently have by 90%. Like, honestly, this amount of lag is unplayable. Even if you had half of the lag that we currently have, it's still really, really bad. So they just need to get the game to a point where it's not so laggy. I want to play the game more, definitely. Yeah, it's just really brutal with the lag currently. But I mean, I've gotten 145 hours of gameplay out of the game so far, and the majority of it has been lag free. I would just say, honestly, the past 20 hours or so of the game has been really, really laggy, to the point where it's impacting our enjoyment of the game. So if you want to play the game, obviously I would totally recommend the game. The game is really, really good. I would just say, like, go into the game currently knowing that, wow, the sand is really reduced here, knowing that you should probably not try to finish the game. You can totally play the game for 120 hours or so, but you should just know that currently, in my opinion, the game is not finishable. You really can't finish the game in the current state that it is, due to the amount of lag that is currently in the game, in my opinion. So I would totally recommend the game. It's just currently a game that you can't really finish. You can't really play it to completion due to the lag. I mean, on this level, I haven't built hardly anything. I built those, and look at the lag. It's literally screenshotting. And that is with my CPU and my GPU both being at like 30%. So yeah, currently I don't think we should continue to play the game. Once I see that the developers have improved the game and the lag and all of that kind of stuff, I will absolutely pick the game up again. But for right now, honestly, the lag is making the game not enjoyable. So but yeah, I've pretty much said what I want to say, and I think I will definitely play the game more closer to release. As I said, we are 3 weeks away from the game releasing currently, so I hope that the developers release a build or a patch for the game that just improves the lag significantly. So yeah, guys, with that being said, unfortunately I wanted to play more, but I think we're gonna stop here until the game is improved a little bit, the playability of the game is improved. But yeah, it's really a fantastic game. I would really recommend the game up until around 120 hours of playtime. And yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Thanks a lot for watching. Obviously, if you like the game, if you want to see what else happens in the game, we are currently at level 14. I've unlocked level 15. Or I'm about to unlock level 15. We're on our way to level 16. I could actually now, if I wanted to, start a production line on the MK7 drill bit and then unlock levels 16, 17, 18. But I'm not gonna do that. I'm obviously gonna wait, as I already said. So if you want to see more of the story, if you want to see what level 16, 17, 18 looks like, then obviously you can subscribe and just keep an eye out for my future content on the game as well. And then, as always, if you want to support the channel, if you want to allow me to do more content, especially game reviews, because I use the money that I get from Patreon to support my game reviews, then you can support me on patreon.com/LFP, and that will directly allow me to do more game reviews as well. So yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. Thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.